Come around and change on me. She saying, please don't waste my time. I say, I totally agree. I done gave my watches away. Ain't got no time for that. Asking where's my heart. Good luck finding that. Hey, I'm timing that. I'm still timing that. Ah, what's up, fam? Y'all know I love me some Kevin Gates. Hey. Yes. I already know. Do you think I need your love more than you do? Show me your true colors, I just wanna see. Cause I do nothing when it come around and change on me. She's saying, please don't waste my time. I say I totally agree. Uh-huh. Hey, sweet tea. Can y'all hear me okay? I want to make sure that I got my mic working all right before I get into this Mystic Monday. We about to kick it off, guys. Can y'all give me a one? Drop a one in the chat. Let me know my mic is working. Oh, what's up, family? We're going to get into our Mystic Monday. Okay. Let me go ahead and tag this post, tag this comment real quick. Yeah, we're going to kick this thing off. I'm pretty excited to do a reading. And as always, guys, you guys are welcome to get a personal reading. I'll leave my Cash App here. But for the most part, I'm just going to give us some general collective energy readings here. I'm in a good vibe. You feel me? I woke up feeling blessed, per usual, but the energy feels very, very fresh. The energy feels very, very fresh, and I can attribute that to a factor of things, right? A few things, a few factors, I'll say. So, yes. Number one being that, it's been beautiful weather here. I know for a fact that I meant to put, hold on, let me make sure I get the right comment going, guys. I love it. Cool, we'll roll with it. Why not? Why not? We'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Welcome in, guys, to Mystic Mondays. Yeah, so one factor that's attributing to this ambiance is, being out in nature, getting some fresh air, um, drinking my water, doing my stretches and yoga, resting. Okay, plenty of rest. Uh, what else? Yeah, just a relaxed, calm, grounded, regulated nervous system. Okay, that's major key alert. And just surrounding myself with beautiful people, beautiful energy, and just continuously doing the work, the inner work, the mindset work, um, just releasing and letting go. So it's just a really, really wonderful time. Plus a lot of things are going my way because I said so. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that vibe where, you know how they say, feeling like the old me. Come on now. Y'all know what that's like. When you tapping into that part of you that you know to be true. Yeah. I'm feeling like the old me. Like, and that's taking me really, really reclaiming my energy, reclaiming my space, reclaiming what belongs to me, reclaiming what is mine, right? So, just being patient in that process because I'm claiming it all. And this time I'm unstoppable for sure. Simply because a lot of the lessons and experiences I've had, it definitely made me very much of the solid human being you guys see today. Although to many of you, you guys may be like, you know, still kind of the same old Drake, you know what I'm saying? She's still, but truthfully, a lot of the internal shifts have happened, and I'm just basking in that. Okay, that's where I feel my success comes from. My success is internal. Every time you guys hear me say the word success, I define what success to me, and it's definitely how I feel internally. Um, what's up? What's up? Could you drop a one and let me know you can hear me okay? I just want to make sure my mic is all right. I don't want to go into a whole spiel and then no one can hear me because I've already experienced that. And I was like, oh my God. So can you hear me okay? Just drop a one in the chat if you don't mind before you leave. I don't care, but just let me know if you can hear me. Um, but yeah, so when you are stepping back into reclaiming, okay, and I say reclaiming because it's almost like these are the aspects of yourself that feel like they were kind of lost but had to be recovered, truthfully, honestly speaking. Um, but just in ways of where you've had to experience certain experiences just for you to be more well-rounded and who you are, just to be that much more convicted and confident, right? Now, I have a program that I've been working on behind the scenes that I'll be kind of introducing very soon, but it speaks a lot about this dynamic and this energy, and just embodying deeper levels of confidence. Okay, so I'm just pretty grateful because you know in this chapter or season of my life, I find myself very focused, heavily, probably more than I've ever had in my entire life. And I've kind of been very much of a focused person on myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but very heavily on me, you know, but in a way that it just feels very, it feels very natural. It also feels very necessary. But also it's coming from a place of just understanding, right? When you know why you are doing certain things and you're moving in the way that you are moving, it just makes it all that much better. Now, let me check on something real quick. It's crazy how this phone wants to update everything all at once as soon as I kind of get on it. It wants to tell me this. It wants to tell me that. It wants to tell me everything. And I'm like, okay, cool. Why couldn't you just have been updating already? Okay, cool. Why couldn't you just have been updating already? All right, so we are good to go, guys. So we are definitely on the roll to kick off this melanin. I said, what? No, Mystic. Hilarious. Mystic Monday, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and grab our deck here. Praise God. Alhamdulillah. And we are going to kick off with a reading on what it is that this energy is ushering in, right? Like, so y'all remember last week, I think we talked about some kind of spiritual union, some kind of coming together, some kind of fresh new energy. I know for me, I did get a chance to witness the spiritual elements of that energy. And I've had it manifested in certain ways in the physical. However, I want to see what it is that we are expecting moving forward. So right now we got disruption, right? So there is going to be some kind of disruption. And this is going to bring about transformation. Okay, this is going to bring about transformation. So we all know the process of renewal, transformation, rebirth, death, all that, like, but what I'm seeing is that there's going to be a disruption in the way you've been doing things, and also how you have been expressing yourself or showing up. There's going to be kind of like a fresh way of you showing up that's going to be disruptive to a pattern or a way you've been doing things, that's going to bring about change, right? It's going to bring about change, but it's also about you stepping into more of your light, more of your power, right? And for many of you, if you've been in a space where you've been kind of to yourself and in solitude, it's showing that there's been some kind of emotional withdrawal. So there was some kind of emotional withdrawal from some situation that caused you to really tune inward. You get what I'm saying? So, but what this did was it increased your patience for whatever situation you needed to emotionally withdraw from. It allows you to increase your patience and your awareness so that you can operate from the space of love. Okay. So this is all about the heart space right here. And what I'm seeing is that this is where love is going to begin. Ah, y'all saw that? That's so cute. This is where love is going to begin. Okay. But it's coming from you being in a space where you've been doing the shadow work. But the important part of shadow work that I want to point out and emphasize, because there was an emphasis on this earlier, is about integration. Okay. So this is where we need to look at integration from a place of you understanding why going at your own pace, running in your own race, or walking in your own race, however you want to look at it, right, is important, because you got to get in alignment and in flow with your natural rhythm. And you don't want to go too fast.
and you don't want to, fall too lag behind, right? You want to find your balance in this. So this is about you integrating where you're calibrating, so to speak, right? And this is helping you through you resting, recharging, because what I'm seeing, guys, is over the next coming weeks, there's going to be some shifts, okay? There's going to be some shifts. Now, primarily because this is where you're working through any mental conflict or any fears or any doubts about your purpose, your vision, your way of showing up. This is where you're going to be showing up more powerfully. I'm seeing this is the transformation that we're speaking. This is where you're going to be shedding more of your light. Yes, this is where, because I'm seeing you're making choices that are going to become evident of you doing the inner work. It's going to be able to show on the outside, right? Which will also bring about more acknowledgement, more recognition, right? But this is coming from you actually clearing out all of the mental conflict, mental chatter, right? And I think the better way to put this would be old, outdated beliefs and programs, right? So I'm seeing where you're updating, right? You're refining, you're making some tweaks and changes, and these can be big or small, but this is where you're actually getting yourself into a place where you're like, okay, I'm being productive, I'm being harmonious in my decisions because I have that heart and mind, body, and soul connection, right? So this is where you've cleared out any of the interference through your solitude so you can choose wisely. You're choosing from a place of wisdom. You're choosing from a place of clarity. And you're choosing because you know that this is what's required for you to move into this new beginning. You are looking to step into this new beginning. There's this energy that you guys are going to feel. Even we got the crown chakra energy here. But listen, there's this energy you guys are going to feel that's almost going to be feeling like a recharge, like a burst of energy. Like you're going to just have a whole new kind of, it's almost like your aura is being supercharged. It's almost like you're going to be so magnetic. You're going to be so like, you know how you can look at a person and like, oh my God, you're glowing, you're radiating, right? So this is where we're going to see more of your radiance shining through. More of your radiance because you have been doing the spiritual work and also the heart work, right? So you've been working on your heart. You've been opening your heart. You've been really expressing yourself. It's almost like you know how like, imagine just all of your inhibitions falling away or melting away. It's almost like you've gotten to a place where you've been able to shake off and release things that just does not even feel good to carry anymore. And they naturally are just releasing because you're taking care of your inner space, your inner world. You're making sure that you're focusing on you because you've learned the lessons. Now I'm seeing there's a variation here. I'm also seeing a timeline where some of you guys are still going through. Some of you guys are still taking that harder route for some reason. I don't know. Where you're like, you're learning, okay? You're learning, but you still can't understand why you keep falling into the same patterns, even if you know better, even if you desire to do better, right? It's almost like you're aware of it. You want better, you know better, but somehow that pattern keeps coming up for you. And this may explain that mental conflict, but here's what Spirit is saying. This is about some kind of deception or envy Somebody is deceiving. Somebody is being deceptive. So this is where you got to turn up your discernment. When you get those spidey senses, okay? When you get the nudges that something is off, you have to trust yourself. This is the lesson. When you have not learned to trust yourself, your intuition, your instincts over what anybody else is saying or doing or what they're presenting to you, then now you're falling in an okie doke. And you've evolved too much for that. Okay? You've evolved too much for that. But I see where that's not going to be much of a big deal. You're going to be able to go ahead and move through that disruption by standing in your authority. You got to have to stand in your authority and your power. And you also have to speak your truth. You have to speak from a place of you telling it like it is. You saying it what it is. Peace, peace. What's up, Tay Tay? And then this is how you remove all of the obstacles and blockages, right? And then we got the universe card. So the universe is also conspiring in your favor, right? Things are working out for you. Things are working out for you. We're seeing patience. So there is some level of planning behind the scenes that's going on, which explains this universe card, how they're supporting you in it. That's going to help you to reach this victory and success, right? So any conflict that you've been experiencing, any victimhood or victim mindset, any energy of just kind of defeat, I'm seeing where you're going to be nipping that in the bud. You're not even tolerating. There's like going to be there's going to be something that's going to overcome you, that's going to come over you, that you're like, I'm not tolerating that. But again, this is all coming from the heart space. This is all coming from a place of love. So this is where you stand in your authority, guys. When you're operating from the heart and you speaking the truth is disruptive as fuck. It's disruptive. But when you're holding back your truth and there is a blockage between the heart and the throat chakra, right? There is a blockage somewhere. You have to figure out how to get that removed by speaking. You have to speak out loud. You have to speak out loud because that is a form of love. Whether that's self-love or love to others, telling people the truth, speaking your truth is love. When you're not speaking your truth, then you're holding on and protecting negativity. Why would you do that? Why would you perpetuate more negative energy when you can simply cut that thing with the truth? Right? Your voice, the words you speak, that's your authority. That's your power. Right? So this is where I'm seeing where you guys are stepping up more, where you have been playing small in some area here. We got spiritual union again. There is also some kind of reward and recognition you're going to get from this, whether that be from personally you taking care of yourself, tending to your needs, and you investing in yourself, rewarding yourself, whether you're treating yourself to something nice, right? I love to treat myself to nice things. I don't wait on nobody to do things for me. I love to treat myself. I love to do the most for myself. I love to go all out for myself. So with that being said, this is what's causing this positive movement forward, where you're like, I'm going to go out and have a me day, or, that's one of my little things, right? But something that's going to allow you to go forward and just indulge and bask in your own energy, your own love. But I'm also seeing that there's a lot of rest here in this new beginning that's going to support it. There's also a lot of nature. So I'm seeing some of you may be connected to nature. Maybe you may be going outside. Maybe you guys may be maybe having some kind of outdoor activities or gatherings, whether you may be, you know, some kind of water activities, or maybe you may be invited somewhere out. But I'm seeing where you're just going to be in a new environment that's going to kind of give you some fresh inspiration, some fresh energy outside of your norm, right? Outside of your home or outside of out of your normal routine. I'm seeing where you're going to be really open to exploring maybe a different area, right? A different part of the city. I mean, it's so many different options here, but I'm seeing where this is what's going to give you hope and motivation and inspiration, even in your business. See, guys, what I've realized, this is how it works. When you are so focused on your business, right, and you're trying to grow your business and elevate your business, there is a balance between you actually living your life. Go out there and do the thing, right? You can't be so one-sided. You have to know how to kind of tune into your business, work in your business, work in or own your business, and then tune out and then go live your life. And then, you know, come back to it. Because when you do that, you're giving yourself time and space. So this is increasing your spaciousness, increasing your creativity, increasing your ideas, and keeping things fresh and keeping things flowing. So you don't experience burnout. You don't experience overwhelm, right? See, a lot of beauty experts and beauty coaches, you guys are y'all will literally work until you just can't work no more, right? Like, it's almost like you guys will take on clients all day, and then you have an imbalance in work life, right? But this is where you're finally understanding how to manage and take better care of you by managing your energy. See, most times people will tell you to manage your time. But I'm a coach that always encourages my clients to manage their energy. Because when you come from a place of your energy, right? Because we have, you know, life force energy, we have creative force, you know, all of that that's used for creativity and things. But when you manage your energy in a way where you're not draining yourself and depleting yourself, and you're constantly being replenished, almost like there's a rejuvenation, right? Knowing what works for you to keep you replenished and rejuvenated, so that your battery, your energy doesn't always go down the low before you realize, oh my God, I need to recharge, right? You coming out of that mindset, coming out of that pattern where you're like, I'm going to make sure that I'm staying on full, right? I want to operate at my full potential. I want to operate at my highest optimal energy. And this is the thing that I feel I assist my clients with a lot, is understanding their energy, because this is not talked about enough. See, when you're in my mastermind, we go deep into this thing because I'm an energy worker. I'm an energy healer. So this is one of the key things I feel a lot of hairstylists and beauty experts, beauty coaches need to understand, is their energy. Because your energy is what this whole system and universe is based off of. The energy signature that you're vibrating on and carrying within, that's what's attracting the experiences you're going to have, right? So if you're not in alignment, if you're in rushing, if you're overworked, if you're burnt out, if you're overdoing, Guess what that means? That you are out of alignment, you're unbalanced, but you also are operating from a place of control. Meaning, you haven't gotten to a place in yourself where you can say, I feel worthy enough, right, to just receive. You feel like you have to continuously give, where you're depleting yourself. You're putting your energy out, but you haven't gotten in a place in your femininity, your feminine energy, and knowing how powerful that is, right? When you understand how powerful your feminine energy is and operating from that place, even in your business, you will understand that you will always be replenished. You will always be magnifying things to you. So there is a more lean back approach. There is a more magnetism. There's more attraction. Like it's almost like things come to you. But if you're trying to overdo, you're overly in your masculine, and it creates a lot of stress, right? So this is more so about understanding stress management, how to manage your stress, how to make sure that you're, taking care of your basic personal care. I like to say personal care because a lot of people will say self-care. Personal care. Okay? This is tending to your mind, tending to your body, tending to your soul. This is more than you just taking care of your hair and your nails. This is about understanding the call that your body gives you that says, I need rest. I need to do nothing, right? And let me tell you guys, this is something that I've even had to overcome myself. This is why I can speak on it very heavily, okay? So for someone who's in a place where I can literally relax and lounge around 90% of my day, probably more than that, if I'm being honest, but 90% of my day. And then really sit with that. And in the beginning, when I first started this many years ago, I remember how the challenge between what my mind wanted to do and what my body wanted to do, right? There was like this, like I wanted to rest. Okay. My body wanted to rest, but my mind, because of the conditioning and the programming that we have in this capitalism system, was telling me, we need to be doing something. I need to be productive. Oh my God, I can't be lazy. I got to be do. Like there was almost this thing where I was like, and this is why I know a lot of people are right now. A lot of hairstylists, the reason why y'all can't hear me clearly sometimes is because y'all are still in a habit and a conditioning and a program of, I got to do. You don't understand the power of embracing your femininity in a way. And now I'm not talking about these superficial levels that y'all see and hear online. I'm talking about in a way where you can say, I am enough with just being. This might be 90% of the work y'all need to overcome. If I'm being honest. Knowing how to just be. Knowing that you are enough, even if you do nothing. How many of you can say, even if I do nothing for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 or 5 or 6 months, and say, I still am enough, even if I didn't do anything? You guys will freak out. You guys will drive yourself, and this is the true work if you want to reach this level of embodiment. And I'm telling you the way, because you're going to unplug. You're going to regulate your nervous system to a new way of being. You're going to now tap into your wealth. You're going to now understand what that means. Okay? Outside of what you were taught and told, outside of what you've been doing, outside of what you define success to be and look like, but understanding that most of you will reach a plateau and play out the same cycle year after year after year after year because you don't understand that there's another level to this thing. There is another level. When you tap into the wealth timeline, okay, a lot of y'all will get to 6 figures, but then go back, right? You'll be like, well, why can't I get wealthy? Why can't I get rich? See, there's another level. You gotta literally recondition and reprogram yourself for wealth. Wealth thinking, wealth ways of being. And what most of you guys ain't willing to do, if I'm being real honest, which I've had to do it, that's why I can speak from this level, is go to zero. Many of you are not willing to go to zero. What do you mean go to zero? Go down to what? Nothing. Go down to nothing. Give it all away. Give it all away. Make an offering. Give it up. Right? For your own sanity, meaning freedom, your own free mind, for your own freedom of expression, for your own freedom of being, for you to tap into your reservoir of energy. Because that's how the wealthy get wealthy. They understand energy. They understand how to use energy. Some of you are not operating in that level. You are operating a very, very superficial level of being. You guys got to understand this. There is levels to this shit. When you get rid of all of the ego, the pride, let me tell you, that was the biggest thing for me that I had to break through. Like when you go to the spiritual realm and you understand the spirits behind this thing, pride was the biggest thing. And I can see it clear as day because as a hairstylist, as a beauty expert, you almost like your own celebrity, right? And even now, you know, you still can have that whole main character energy, but it's another level when it comes from the soul. When it comes from the soul, it's just a different level. That's a different level of confidence, right? But when it's pride, that comes with haughtiness, that comes with arrogance, that comes with stubbornness, that comes with, I know what I'm doing, I know it all, even though you may say, oh, I'm teachable, but there's still a level of you that say, I got it. I can do it all on my own. I don't need no help. I can figure it out. Y'all know how many hairstylists I done talked to in my DMs? And it's been a few of you guys, but enough for me to be like, I get it. I get where you are in the mindset, in the thinking. Where they're like, I can figure it out on my own. Okay, you can, perhaps. But I ain't figure it out on my own. I actually paid for this information. I actually hired mentors and coaches to teach me and show me a different way. Because what I knew was only going to continue to give me the same results because that's what you're getting right now. What you know already has gotten you where you are right here. It's what you don't know that's going to take you to the next level. And that's going to continue to take you to the next level, which is why you got to always be a student and always be learning. Always. And this is one of the things where I often bring up how as adults, right, there is no real further systems or education that besides I see in the coaching industry, right? This is why I love the coaching industry. This is why I love what I do, because the coaching industry allows us to exchange knowledge, exchange information, right? We get to say, hey, I learned this, I know this, I've embodied this. So we can educate and teach each other on what we are an expertise in. But when adults have reached a point, when you think about it, after college, what other systems are adults educating themselves at? I mean, you could say church, religion, but think about that. Religion is so rigid, meaning it's not really telling you about real life skills. It's not telling you about things that you actually need to know outside of the spiritual elements. And then they're not telling you the whole picture. So when you think about it, we got to know that in order for us to keep growing and evolving, we have to keep being a student. We have to keep learning. This is why coaching is so important. If you don't have a mentor, what are you doing? How are you growing beyond what you know? How are you expanding? How are you being activated into something new? You can't just rely on you. That's not how God designed it. That's not how it was designed. When you reach a point where you realize that the wealthy get wealthy because they learn how to collaborate. See, when you guys get out of that whole competition, or meaning like I'm doing it by myself, it's just me, myself, and I, and you get into a level of collaboration, when you say, I'm going to collaborate with other knowledgeable, powerful people who are also leaders in their own right, in their own lane, you reach another level of maturity, because now you realize that, hey, somebody else can help you. But when you say, I'm going to figure it out on my own, okay, cool. You're just not ready. That just lets me know you still got more learning and growing to do, right? So you still got more lessons to take yourself through. So that's where the universe take care of that. The universe is going to orchestrate whatever events necessary for you to realize, oh man, I really do need to hire Drika. I really do need to get in her mastermind. I really do need to learn what she has in there. Like there's something my soul is telling me, and I'm not going to let my ego talk me out of my next level of expansion, of growth, because it just feels like the most easy thing to do. I'm going to actually move past those thoughts, those fears, those doubts, and I'm actually going to go to the next level, and I'm going to actually get inside of her mastermind, and I'm going to learn. I'm going to learn. I'm going to hear what she has to say. I'm going to soak it all in. I'm going to take it in because I'm ready. Because I'm ready. So this is about building a solid foundation. This is about having a solid foundation. So we're talking freedom here, guys. So we're choosing the lighter side of things, the lighter side of life. And here's what I'm noticing here. With this new beginning, I'm seeing that some of you are going to be grieving old versions of you or past versions of you. There's going to be acknowledgement of forgiving yourself. And then you also being able to appreciate the opportunities that are being presented to you to grow, to evolve, to learn, to elevate, right? There's going to be a deeper appreciation here. So give yourself grace, give yourself time to learn the things you need to know to reach the levels that you want to go, right? So this is all about your self-esteem, your confidence in yourself, and knowing that you have gifts that's within you, your soul aligned gifts that can help others. So in my Deeper Than Beauty Mastermind, not only do I support you in creating your own coaching business, your own coaching system, your own coaching experience, right? But I also assist you in the work of mindset, of knowing, tapping into your gifts and your abilities, right? Really knowing how to trust yourself, having that courage, okay? So that you can reach these levels of growth. I'm big on growth, guys. And then strengthening your relationships. Strengthening your relationships so that you can literally understand what true freedom is, what it's all about. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Here's what I realized. And I honestly realized this some time ago, maybe some years ago, actually. What I realized is that it takes more than one person to love me or to hold all of me. Meaning, what I mean by that is I need community. I need universal love, divine love. My love, my capacity stretches beyond just one person. My capacity is universal, right? My capacity is universal. So for me, I feel fulfilled in knowing that I always have divine help, divine support, divine love, divine guidance, divine whatever, no matter where I go. That's freedom. That's fulfillment. That's success. I don't know. I felt like that was a drop mic moment. Like, I felt like that was a drop mic moment. Like, poof. Like, that is success. And listen, everybody gets to define what success is for them. But what I just laid out was just like drop mic. Because, baby, so when it comes to the foundation, making sure your foundation is solid, okay? A lot of times when my clients come into my world, I'm assisting them with any foundational work and support they need. And that's where we start, because we're not going to do anything, build or create anything off no faulty foundation. We're not doing that. We're not doing any of that where your foundation has cracks and holes. No, we're not doing that. When you come into my world, we are going to address the main thing and then we move forward. Okay? Because when you admit that you need help, you've identified that something in the foundation, in the way you've been doing things, is just not working. So we need to repair that. So that's where we start. All right. So registration is open for anyone who is feeling the pull, the call, and their soul. It's a full body yes to be inside of this mastermind. Okay, you are ready to take your business to another level. You're ready to go so deep within yourself and your soul to unlock and uncover these parts of you that is waiting to burst through. Okay, we are happy to have you. We are happy to support you. We are happy to embrace and embark on this journey with you. So click the link in my bio to join and register, guys. Deeper Than Beauty, the price is going up in July. Okay, in July it will be going up, so this is the perfect time to join us at this rate. And it's been this rate for quite some time, so we're taking it up in July, and it's still very much affordable because it's value packed. But I look forward to seeing you guys inside of the mastermind. If you have any questions or need any additional support, DM me. I'm here to help. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to just show you the way. Thank you guys for tuning in for Mystic Monday. Yeah, so make sure y'all check out my other valuable content, my Life with Shine podcast, my YouTube. So I have a lot more content coming, but definitely go check it out. Also have the link in my bio. I look forward to connecting with you guys next week again for Mystic Monday here live on my Instagram, Jerika Shine, 7 p.m. Eastern time, guys. And I'm going to keep this going for the rest of the year. So that's the plan, every Monday. And then, by the end of the year, I'll see what that looks like for 2025. But you can expect me here Monday for Mystic Mondays for the rest of 2024, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your evening. Be blessed.